Start. All right, class. We're here at the Adinkra village. What's the name of this town?
Entonso.
Ntonso.
Yeah.
We're here at Ntonso. So we're going to learn about how they create Adinkra cloth. This is different from kente cloth, okay? All right, let's go.
You're welcome once again.
It's a little dark in here. No lights, so we have lights.
I have a little technical. First of all, Adinkra.
Loud.
Yeah. Adinkra in Akan simply means welcome or as a farewell message. We call it kra in kra, which
Kra.
means farewell.
Kra means farewell.
Farewell as a message.
A message.
Yeah, transferring of message from the living to the dead. You know, we Africans, we believe much more in spirituality. There's life after death. So when a person is diseased, we like to give a message to our ancestors. That we call Adinkra.
Adinkra.
That's the farewell.
Ew.
And before the introduction of Adinkra, there's a little history I like to share. There was once this king called Nana Adinkra in the German, which is present-day Cote d'Ivoire and some part of Bono in Ghana. There was this stool which was special to the Ashanti Kingdom. It signifies unity,
Unity.
strength. Yeah, we call it the golden stool. That King Jamra Adinkra, he boasted himself of having a replica of the golden stool. So that angered the Ashanti Kingdom.
Hey.
And that time the king knew it was a war of error. The era was mostly war. So they besieged a war on them. And when they won, they saw some special symbols that the king wore on his clothes. And they picked that symbols and introduced to Ashanti as their own.
Okay.
That became the symbols of Adinkra.
No, that's you.
So that's a little history here.
So Adinkra cloth is one of the very few examples of printed or stamped traditional cloth in Africa.
In Africa, yeah.
A popular account of the origin and history of Adinkra cloth is as follows. Nana Kofi Adinkra, king of Jaiman, angered the Ashanti king by claiming he had the same golden stool as the Ashanti kingdom. So basically, the Adinkra was slain in the early 1800s for his intransigence against the Ashanti. Many believe the cloth was introduced around the same time of this event and came to be called Adinkra after King Adinkra was defeated. However, the examples of contradictory information, it had been claimed that the people of, how you say that name? Dintra made the cloth before the 1700s. All right. The earliest examples of Adinkra cloth in the British Museum were collected in 1817. All right. To make Adinkra cloth's story even more unclear, Dankwa claims that the name of Adinkra comes from the Akan language and is unrelated to other groups. The Akan word Nkra means message or goodbye. This would make sense as Adinkra is a cloth printed with symbols that convey messages and is worn primarily as funeral cloth. All right?
That was the old fashion, but today,
Everyone was.
yeah, everyone wants. If a corporate organization uses the symbol,
Yes.
and the symbol, it depends on the message I want to convey. That's why I choose the symbol. And if you see me wearing some symbols, it depends on the situation I am in. That will convey the message to the other person, only if he or she understands it. It's like a secret
Yeah,
message.
watch.
Yeah, it's a code.
So this symbol here, that's my symbol.
Yeah.
I have my own
Funtum
clothing
funafu,
line.
denchem funafu.
Say again.
Funtum funafu, denchem funafu.
And it means what?
Twin crocodile. It means unity.
Yes.
They have two different hairs, but they fight over food. But at the same time, when they eat the food,
It goes to the same place.
same place.
So there's no need to fight over
There's no
anything.
need.
Unity. Always unity.
These are some few examples, the old traditional Adinkra symbols. We call this Afina, with the royal sword.
Afina.
In Ghana, we use it to swear in kings and the presidents. We have knowledge and things here, It's a hidden knowledge. I know what you meant, but I pretend as if I don't know anything. When you have knowledge, you have power. This is one of the most oldest, we'll call it,
The oldest one.
Jinyame.
Jinyame,
Except God. Without God, we are nothing. This is your symbol.
Yes.
Unity. And this symbol, Aya, symbolize defiance. With this symbol, you cannot wear it and go to the king's palace, the Ashanti kingdom. It symbolizes defiance. You cannot define the Ashanti kingdom.
Got it.
So before the Ashanti kingdom, the king comes to an event, there are some chiefs, sub-chiefs who come to make sure that nobody wears...
Has that symbol.
Yeah, and the clothes the Ashanti king will wear, nobody must wear that the same. It shouldn't be a similar. If you wear it, they will have to remove it and give you another one.
Yeah, Mati.
You understand, Chi?
Kakra.
Okay. And we have this Kramubone, Amia Kramupapa. You cannot tell the good from the bad unless you study the person and know the true nature. You can't just judge me by my appearance. And we'll go here. These are some few clothes, a very old one.
Very old. How old is this cloth?
This is 75 years old.
75 years old cloth here.
With this, we call this Entitarimu.
Entitaramu?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is different from the main Adinkra. This one is a very traditional one. And with the code, while we do the printing, there are different kinds of clothes. Some have double face and some have single face. With a double face, you see, you can wear both sides. And mostly, we do not do the stamping on the double face.
You don't stamp on double face?
It will make it more heavier. So we prefer the single face.
Okay.
And this one is a very old one.
How old?
This is 172.
172
and
years.
Mostly, what they did was, in the olden days, the chiefs or the elders, the only time they had free period was on Sundays. So they called it Kwesiada.
Kwesiada.
Sunday. Kwesiada and Titamu.
And the symbol is in Saruma?
Yeah.
Is that the?
This is Fufu.
That's Fufu.
I have the symbol here. Fufu.
What does it mean?
When we go to the show, we write the designs, I will give you a more detailed explanation.
Ew.
These are some samples of the stamp Adinkra.
Everybody loves Obama.
Obama.
I don't know if I want to wear Obama, but I would wear it if it just had my symbol.
I see you love this symbol.
That's my symbol. Zulu soul, Zulu soul.
Me too, I have mine. It's called Enibre.
Enibre.
Red eye, don't sparkle flame.
Okay.
It's very nice. These are all from the samples.
Very old cloth.
For illustration purposes. These are all finished ones. Some finished samples. If you are interested. Yeah, for sale, this one. You know how it converts.
Yeah. Nice. Very nice.
To any occasion.
Any occasion you can wear this one.
Depends on the symbols you choose. You can make your own.
These are different cloths. And different Adinkra stamps
Yeah.
that they use. And remember, each symbol has a meaning. So when you wear it,
It depends on the message you want
yeah,
to
the message that you want to convey.
You can choose two symbols. You can choose only one symbol and do the printing. This one, this symbolizes strength.
Strength. That's the ram's horn.
Yeah, and this is the first
Adinkra
symbol.
Henny.
Adinkra Henny. Leadership.
Yes.
These are finished ones.
Other different types.
Different types. You can use it as a tabletop. You can hang it on the wall.
Hang it on the wall, use it as a tablecloth, different things you can use them for, people. So y'all know the drill. You need to tell me what your favorite symbol is, your favorite cloth. Tell me why. And you're gonna see what your homework is gonna be. It's gonna be to look up whatever symbol that you chose and tell me what it means. You'll have to do it. Everything's online. You'll find the symbol, you'll look at it, and you have to look for it.
Now we're going to the stamps.
Okay. So now we're gonna watch them use the stamp to create the Adinkra cloth.
That's why I'm not being my senior brother will take you to. He's the carver. He carves all
Okay,
the
so you
symbols.
carve these, and you carve them from calabash, yes?
Yes.
It's a gourd.
Yeah. Now you can form one.
These are different stamps that they use to stamp.
I would like to show you how we make the die.
Yes, I want to see it. And tell us the name of the die, all of that.
Yeah.
So we will come back again, and we will show you how to stamp. So they have to make the die first. They have to dye the cloth, but they use a different dye for the actual Adinkra stamps.
This is the back that we used to make the die
Body?
from.
Is that body? Uh-huh. So we have body bark.
This is the tree.
This is the tree. This is
Mostly grown
in the north.
northern part.
I know. So this tree right here is mostly grown in the northern part of Ghana. All right. It's called badi. This is what they use. This is for the dye for the cloth or the dye for the Adinkra symbols. Which one?
Is the
For both?
Yeah.
So this is what they use to stamp.
The symbol is different.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So this is the one they use to dye the cloth?
Yeah.
Okay. So the body bark is what they use to dye the actual cloth before they stamp.
We we have two different dyes.
Mm-hmm.
This one wouldn't make it more darker when you
Got
used
it.
to dye the cloth in it. But for the stamping,
It's
this
a
one
different.
that we used, yeah.
Okay.
So when you get the back of the body, we soak it in water to make it soft
And you soak it for how long? Is it 24 hours or
overnight.
overnight? So
Yeah.
24
It
hours
depend-
they soak
It
it.
depends on your strength that we used to pound.
Okay.
We have to get the powder form before we can proceed.
So they will soak it first, and then
We get all into the mortar,
they put it in the mortar and pestle,
pound,
and they will pound it.
yeah, so we get the powder form.
So they will pound it until it becomes powder. Come look, come closer. So you see this? This got to become powder. This is not even powder yet. So they have to pound this for a long time. How long does it take to pound it to get the powder?
It depends.
Depending on the strength of the person?
Yeah.
If they're strong, strong.
We can.
Okay.
And when you get the powder or the shaft like this,
Mm-hmm.
we soak it in water again to make it more soft.
So they soak this again. After they get this, they pound it to this, they soak it to get it softer.
At
To
this
make it
point,
softer.
When we soak it, we don't pound it again. We go back straight on the fire.
So after they soak this, they don't pound it again, they put it and they put it in the fire.